Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 3 in season number 5, the 2019 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series, and we are here at the Auto Club Speedway for the MavTV 100. One of the crown jewel events of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and the first time the MavTV 100 is back on the schedule since 2016. And I'm looking forward to this race because a lot can happen. We're going to have a lot of passing, we're probably going to have some big wrecks, and we're going to mess with that championship a little bit. And I'm looking forward to see what happens because we haven't been here in so long for the IndyCars. I just know the racing is going to be good. After the caution-free race we had tonight, I think we're finally going to get one here today. But I could be wrong, you never know. We're just going to have to find out. I'm going to ask Andrew alongside me, do you think we're going to see a wreck today? We went caution-free last night, we went caution-free in the IROC race. They've been pretty calm on this wild track so far, but do you think it's finally going to change here today?
Honestly, yeah. I think with these high speeds and just the sheer wideness of this track, guys are going to be making some pretty aggressive moves so that they can get up toward the front before they get strung out. So I can see the easy potential for some carnage, but you never know. I could be wrong. So one way to find out.
We gotta get those engines fired. But first, we're gonna tell you that championship situation is going on. And in case you didn't realize, Justin Seidl's doing pretty darn good so far. He's finished second the past 2 races, and those are the first 2 races of the season. He has 83 points towards the championship, 26 points ahead of both our past winners, Davey Johnson and Jonathan King. Of course, Jonathan King won last week at Phoenix. Davey Johnson won a month ago at the Daytona Road Course. Igor Barretto is 4th in the points, 28 points behind. Cody Smart, 29 points behind. So Seidl's pulling away with this thing, and we're only on the 2nd race of the season. But everybody else is pretty tight-knit back in there. So we still have 13 races left to go. Actually, sorry, 14. No. Yeah, 14 races left to go. Can't do my math correctly. We still have 14 races left to go, so a lot can happen between now and the end of the season. Who knows? Justin Seidl might finish last in the points. Let's hope that doesn't happen because he's got a good starting position here today as he's starting on the outside pole. But starting on the pole, it is the number 32 of Julio Cesar. He grabbed the fastest time in qualifying yesterday, and he will lead the field to the green flag here for the MavTV 100. He's alongside Justin Seidl, who is our points leader here in the Haas IndyCar Series. A pretty significant points lead after only 2 races into the season. Jordan Lopez and Mike Knapp. Lopez, an experienced veteran. Mike Knapp's decently experienced. We'll have to see what he can do in this race starting from 4th. Row number 3, we got Joe Rutkowski and Nick Smith. Nick Smith, a highly experienced veteran, and Rutkowski's got some experience as well. The experienced guys definitely did well in qualifying, I'll tell you that much, because here's Davey Johnson, practically the most experienced guy in the field. He is starting in the 7th position alongside the number 59 of Jose Mills. Actually, no, he's starting alongside Nathan Faden. Jose Mills is starting in 10th. And then right there to the inside of him, it's the number 30 machine of Jaden Scott. Great run for him in qualifying yesterday. Make sure everybody's rolling off here. And they are. Jonathan King starting last after he won at Phoenix last week. You think he's going to have a shot at the victory? I mean, we're going to see a lot of passing in this race. Jonathan King, off that race victory, he's got some strength showing.
On a big track like this, high speed, draft, oh yeah, anyone from 1st on back, all the way back to 30th, I'd say definitely has a shot at the win. So we'll see what happens.
Laps here, so lots of time to make it happen as well. And they're going to be racing like crazy here. We're going to finally see that 4 and 5 wide constantly. We're green flag racing at Auto Club. The MavTV 100 is underway. Lap 1 led by Jordan Lopez. Bonus point to him towards the championship for that lap led. He get the most laps led in a race. You get 2 bonus points, and Julio Cesar's got a bonus point for winning the pole. Lopez clears for the lead. Cesar with the crossover back to the inside on lap 2.
And already 4 wide. Let's see how long they'll be able to hold this. Ooh, almost 5 wide there, but a good move there to not force the issue yet.
Nathan
that would have been way too early.
Outside there. Looks like we're going to go 4 wide for third position here as Landon Lyons is going to the inside. He's been showing a bit of strength recently in these races. And he was in the IndyCar Series last year, did a really good job over there, and he's doing pretty good this season in the top tier Indy Series on Napa Fin. Jeremiah Earls in third now, and they keep on crossing over for the lead between Jordan Lopez and Julio Cesar. Oh boy, they got to be careful here. And remember, last year we actually did the Rockstar Pro Series race here, and they were going 5 wide, bumping off each other, and they kept it together for the longest time. So it's very possible these guys will avoid a wreck for a little while here. We're just going to have to see Jeremiah Earls to the point in the number 12 as he's going to clear Julio Cesar and Jordan Lopez.
Man, nice move there, but hey, that just shows that anyone can make their way to the front and just as easily go from the front to the back as, oh boy, man, that's something.
It is definitely a very fascinating race so far here at Auto Club. A little bit different than what we saw yesterday with the Cup Series. A little bit hard to work your way from the back to the front last night. Right now, they're passing pretty easily. And you got the number 26 in the middle right now, Angel Olvera. Jordan Lopez going back to the inside. Julio Cesar's on that outside lane trying to get another lap led. He's led the most laps so far in this thing as he was able to lead that last one. But now 4 wide for the lead. Here's Richard Kinghart. His brother won the IROC race on Thursday night. And Kinghart trying to get the family name back in victory lane in just 2 days. Richard Kinghart's going to lead a lap right there. But to the inside, Colton Yo, who was in that IROC race, and Cody Smart, who's 5th in the points, also running to the inside. Wild racing so far here at Auto Club.
You can say that again. My gosh, I'm surprised that they've held it together as long as they have. Shout out to Richard Kinghart here. I consider him a bit of an old soul myself, but he's still out here kicking butt, so that is good to see.
Owner in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He got a win with Nathan Baird at Atlanta a couple weeks ago. And right now, we're running pretty good here at Auto Club. He's on the outside lane. Cody Smart. Sorry, Thomas Troxel, who looks like Cody Smart, taking lead away. And this is a big day for Thomas Troxel, trying to get some redemption from what happened to him at Phoenix. He wrecked out with the guy who's right behind him, Tyler O'Riddy, I do believe. And the caution didn't even come out, so Troxel ended up finishing last at Phoenix. Has only 1 point towards the championship. We got a modified point system this year, so he didn't get anything at Phoenix in the point standings. And here, if he can get this victory here today, at the 50 towards the championship, 51 actually, because he'd lead a lap as well. So he's running up front right now. Colton Yost to the inside. Marty Johnson up here, one of the longtime veterans to Napa Fin, working that inside on the number 4 of Christian Russell.
And they definitely are standing. Whoa, that was almost contact there mid-pack.
Marty Johnson just took it 4 wide for the 2nd position. Great move there as Russell and O'Riddy got shuffled around. Colton Yo continues to lead. Colton Yo has 2 wins on Napa Fin. They both come in the Christmas Eve 500 at Daytona, both in the same event. But other than that, he's never won anything else before on Napa Fin, but running pretty well here today at Auto Club. We'll have to see what he can do. Marty Johnson with the experience on the inside of Christian Russell. He's going to try to take 2nd away from the number 4. He might get to the inside of Colton Young right here, and he will for the race lead.
Things starting to, quote-unquote, string out. If you can count 3 wide as being strung out, but...
compared to 4 wide, I guess it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Marty Johnson taking the lead away. Here comes the 30 machine. That is Jaden Scott. Haven't talked about him much this season, but an opportunity for him to get a good run. To the outside of him, it's Christopher Alphaby, another guy we really haven't talked about much. They're running top 5 right now. A lot like a pack-style race, or like a restrictor plate race over on the Cup side. You know, these guys are passing like crazy, and we're getting to see all the fresh faces here in the IndyCar Series. Really haven't been able to do that past couple of races where passing hasn't been too frequent, but Colton Yo way up the racetrack in the 88. He's going to lose a ton of ground as he got in the gray there through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, you're I mean, you want evidence of just how quickly you can go from the front to the back. Richard Kinghart dropped all the way to last.
Right now, actually, that is Dion Moon who is last. Richard Kinghart is close to last, though, in that neon green car.
Momentarily, that 5 wide.
Uh-oh, this might not end too well. Jonathan King in the middle of all this. Colton Yo, Nathan Faden, Jaden Scott on the way outside. They're going to keep it together, fanning back down the 4 wide. Marty Johnson's been out front for a little bit here. Great run for him so far, Christopher Altheby, and here comes the 3 machine of Keyshawn Richardson. Richardson is up to the 3rd position in the number 3. Oh, in the wall, back in there, upside down. That is Jeremiah Earls. And it looks like the 59 of Jose Mills got caught up as well. Seemingly small accident, even though we saw a flip, and he's still going to drive away. Don't you just love this mod? We had it in 2017. Cameron Garlington rode the wall and finished on the lead lap in the top 10. We mentioned this at Phoenix. They could literally just go through the wall and they'd still be able to run just as well. But Jeremiah Earls flipped upside down. Oh, looks like I got a little bit more. That could have just been a simple spin. I don't think it was anything too major, but a huge opportunity for these guys to come down the pit lane. And, I mean, Jeremiah Earls is just driving right away. I mean, I don't even see anything wrong with that car. And he flipped upside down.
I mean, if he didn't get that hard of a hit against the wall and he landed on his wheels, he might be all right. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's
this draft, he might be able to stick with everybody. But Jose Mills, I definitely think he's going to be done. A couple of guys staying out. Noah Clifton and Jonathan King, Andretti teammates. I believe Noah Clifton's going to get a bonus point there for leading a lap. Who knows? That could mean the championship come Pocono. Well, leading the field down is Marty Johnson in the number 9. We'll have to see where he comes out in relation to everybody else here. I would expect Clifton and King to come down at some point, because you can move your way from the back to the front pretty easily here, so you can afford to stay out and then just start at the back of the field for a restart. But, I don't know. Maybe that bonus point is what they were trying to go for. Maybe they are just going to stay out, try to put a little bit of strategy, and maybe get the race win. It's going to be Christopher Altheby winning the race off. So at the highest, should I say at the lowest, he'll be restarting in the 3rd position. And if not, he'll be starting first, as you see guys have yet to make a pit stop. Let's go ahead and see what happened to Jeremiah Earls and Jose Mills. Maybe a couple other guys involved in this accident as well. Bring out the first caution of the weekend here at the Auto Club Speedway. You're going to see right here, Igor Barreto slides up, bumps into Nick Smith, who then bumps into Jeremiah Earls, who then bumps into the 59 of Jose Mills, and you see right there, Nick Smith actually caught some air in the 29, and Jeremiah Earls went flipping. Only a 3-car accident, however. Not a big one, which is nice to see them not completely wreck like crazy. And to be fair, I think Jeremiah Earls will be able to continue as well after that, because he drove away right from it. The only guy who's probably going to get knocked out is Jose Mills in the 59, as he gained significant engine damage from that accident. But even though Nick Smith and Jeremiah Earls caught air, I think they're going to still be in the race. Don't know how well they're going to run, but who knows? They might still have a shot at victory here in the MavTV 100.
Standard California racing here, just chain reaction, one bump into one guy, which leads to another bump, and then another, and then car going airborne. But I don't know. We'll have to see how much damage the 12 car actually got there, and we'll see if he'll be able to keep up. I doubt it, because it looked like he got quite a few hits there. But yeah, should be able to continue, which is pretty impressive, all things considered.
Like I said, this mod, it's very durable for it being an IndyCar mod, and it's kind of always been that way. Not much we can really do about it. We did have a bit of a spin. It was right here. Actually, you know, it almost looked like brake smoke. I don't think anyone went around. I think someone just smacked the brakes. They probably got some new tires, but nothing major. Everyone's still going to be just fine. Except for the 3 guys involved in the accident, of course, so we should be good to go. Christopher Altheby won the race off the pit lane. See what he does on the restart. Only unless Noah Clifton and Jonathan King stayed out. We'll have to see what they do on the restart if they stayed out. If not, you'll see the 18 leading the field to green here in the MavTV 100 at Auto Club. back here at Auto Club, and Noah Clifton leads the field in the number 27. And I'm going to tell you right now, they might actually be on a good strategy here because everyone's still going to have to make one more stop in this race. They came down lap 13. They're not going to be able to make it to the end of the race from here, so it's a one-stop race still for everyone. Noah Clifton, Jonathan King get to restart up front, so pretty good benefit. And considering it's a pack race, tires aren't going to mean that much. They're just going to have to come pit for fuel a little bit earlier than everyone. So we'll see how that strategy plays out for him. Christopher Alphaby, the number 3 machine of Keyshawn Richardson, Marty Johnson, Thomas Troxel, Christian Vargas in the number 6, Nathan Faden, Tyler O'Reilly, and the 14 of Jordan Lopez. The top 10 back to racing at Auto Club in the MavTV 100. Noah Clifton leading the field back to the line on lap 17. Jonathan King, right where he left off from last week, to the point at Auto Club, trying to get his second race win in a row. A great win for him at Phoenix, and he's second in the points coming into this thing. Haven't really talked about Justin Seidel much, but here he is, close to the top 10 now. This guy's been electric this season, I'll tell you that much. Side by side, Andretti teammates, Noah Clifton and Jonathan King. And at the line, Clifton was able to lead the lap, but King might have the outside to his advantage. Clifton has the help from Keyshawn Richardson in number 3, and Richardson's going to go for the point to the inside of Noah Clifton.
Sorry about that. Man. I mean, they're doing a good job of hanging in there so far, but, I don't know. I mean, you're saying that tires might not be that important. I mean, you never know. But they're doing a good job of it so far, keeping it up front.
Noah Clifton barely with an edge at the moment, even though Keyshawn Richardson led that lap. Looks like they're going to slip back on the outside here. Richardson, Christopher Alphaby on the inside. Christian Vargas in the middle. And here comes Nathan Faden on the inside with Justin Seidel to the inside of his teammate Marty Johnson. 3 wide for the lead. Alphaby to the inside of Keyshawn Richardson, and Christopher Alphaby is going to lead lap number 19.
You guys are doing a good job holding it together so far, but not even halfway yet, so long way to go.
Behind these guys, they kind of single file back in there, and it helps we have single file restarts here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and all series run on Napa Fan, of course. It's Enter 2003, you really can't have double file restarts, but it helps that they're single file, so they're about as early as they possibly can be coming to the restart, so takes some more time to get into a vulnerable situation like we saw when we had the first accident, so you get fewer cautions. At least that's the theory. But either way, it's pretty wild up front right now, maybe 4 wide. It is 4 wide to the outside. Keyshawn Richardson loses the grip on the racetrack. He's going to fall back after he was up front a while ago. It's now Nathan Faden leading the field, and here he comes, Justin Seidel. Wants every point he can get. He gets all these points early on in the season. It's going to make it a lot easier later on in the season to win this championship for him. And 1 point right here could mean the entire championship. First time this season we've had bonus points for leading laps in the Haas IndyCar Series. And of course, if you lead the most laps, you get an extra 2 bonus points. So Seidel's going to try all he can to lead as much of this race as he possibly can today.
As they're getting bunched up again, I mean, yeah, you were saying about getting a big gap early on in the season. In one of the series that I did, Dylan Young did the exact same thing, built up well over 100-point lead. I mean, my point system was different, but he built up a very comfortable lead. But then in the final 5 races, things just didn't go his way, and he lost the championship to Griffin Lynn as they're going 5 wide again.
Gotta be careful, Marty Johnson, Noah Clifton. There's only 4 wide now, so they should be able to keep it together. You know, they were single file in the back of the field not too long ago. Well, forget that. They're all the way back to 3 wide, 4 wide, and scraping the wall as well. To the point, Angel Olvera now taking it away. We've seen quite a few leaders in this thing so far. If you're Justin Seidel or any of those guys on the outside lane, you got to be careful, but that's not being careful. 5 wide again. Noah Clifton, Keyshawn Richardson, Nathan Faden. The outside, Justin Seidel. That is not a good position for Seidel. Coming off the corner, they got to be careful not to mess it up. Oh boy, they were close right there, and they are keeping it together somehow.
For now.
For now, yeah. We've only had one caution. We're about to hit halfway. I say it's a rather successful race so far for these guys, putting on a great show in the MavTV 100. While it is one of the crown jewel events, it is not double points. Only get 50 points for this win, and all the races this season will be normal points. There are no more double points races in the Haas IndyCar Series. The only reason why Nicholas Amadio won his championship last year is because he won the Indianapolis 250, and that was the only double points race of the season. So we're getting rid of that. It's going to be a little bit harder to win a championship. And if you make a mistake, you have a bad start to your season, you're not going to be able to make it all up in one race because of double points. So you got to race hard the entire season. Halfway will be led by Thomas Troxel in the 17. These guys are racing hard. Everyone from Davey Johnson on up still has a shot. If I'm not mistaken, I think... I don't see him. I thought Nick Smith might be in here. It doesn't look like he is. Nick Smith is here. He's fallen off, and so is Jeremiah Earls, and they were both involved in that accident. Only guy out of the race so far is Jose Mills, who gained significant engine damage from that accident. And hello, we got some guys coming down. Noah Clifton split the pack up, trying to come down the pit lane, thankfully, and no contact ensued, but we still have a yellow. I don't quite know why. Race back to the line was won by Christian Vargas.
Oh boy.
And the yellow was triggered because of a spin down the backstretch. Looks like it was Dion Moon who went around. The caution was already out when Noah Clifton came down. So I don't know if that's going to be a legal stop for Clifton or not. I don't know how the rules go in NR for that. But second caution of the day here in the MavTV 100 at Auto Club in the Haas IndyCar Series. And now these guys can come down and make it to the end. You know, Noah Clifton's going to be the leader because he's going to beat out all these guys, I think. No, you know, he might not. He might just be in the end of the field. But he did come down when the pit road was closed, so I don't know how that whole thing ensued, but I'm wondering if Noah Clifton coming down was the cause of Dion Moon having his incident down the back straightaway. But either way, it looks like Dion Moon's going to be done for this race. Tough break for him as he had a great race going at Daytona. Ended up blowing an engine while leading. And of course, that ended up going to Davey Johnson. And Jonathan King ended up winning at Phoenix. Now, over in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, you know, it's been the rookie guys and the newer guys for the Cup Series standards who have been doing really good. But over in the IndyCar Series, it's been the veterans who have been showing a lot of promise. Of course, Jonathan King's been around a long time, so he's pretty much a veteran of the series. And of course, Davey Johnson as well has been in this series almost every season. But either way, no change on the pit lane. Christian Vargas wins the race off. Noah Clifton's going to be up there, guys. He's got fourth now in the number 27. So it worked out pretty well for Clifton after all. It doesn't look like they're going to penalize him for coming down when the pit lane was closed. He had already committed, so that's my assumption on that rule right there. And Vargas will lead the field of the green flag when we get to the second restart of the day. But first, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution with Dion Moon down the backstretch midway through the MavTV 100. And somehow, we didn't even notice this in the pack. Micah Knapp got into Dion Moon. I'll have to rewatch this real time and see if it actually was on the screen. Oh boy, this is not good. Micah Knapp spinning Dion Moon right into the inside wall. He's got a lot of damage from that. Gets into Micah Knapp, almost flies upside down. He's still going really fast. Micah Knapp, I think, gets back on the racetrack well, but if you remember this race of 2016, we had a very similar situation where we had a couple cars skid off, and they ended up running into the lead pack. Thankfully, these guys, lead pack had already passed these two guys before that happened. That's where the caution got triggered, I think, when Dion Moon slid up the racetrack right there. And then we're going to notice right here, all these guys shuffling around. They know that Noah Clifton's coming down here, and that split the pack up. It didn't really have anything, you know, major effect in the race. It didn't have any major effect in the race because the caution came out, but still a really good strategy there by Noah Clifton. He'll be restarting fourth because he came down right when that caution came out, and he needed to come down as well. He's good to go. Everybody's good to go to the end of the race now, so we'll have to see how it all goes down when we get to the finish. But we'll review this one more time in real time, and then we'll get to the restart here in the MavTV 100.
Coming out of turn 2, and Knapp and Moon just making contact there, and then that is a hard hit. You really see it in real time there for the 22, and then coming up the hill again, just, man. Yeah,
that one wasn't as hard of a hit, but he's done for the day here at Auto Club. Tough break for the rookie driver in the number 22 machine, Micah Knapp. The number 5 machine also involved, but I think he'll be able to continue. I don't know if he'll be going as fast as everybody. Probably be like Nick Smith or Jeremiah Earls. One good thing about that caution coming out, they're not going to run into Jeremiah Earls anytime soon. So he stays on the lead lap. Going to salvage a couple more points because of those guys who were involved in the accident. But either way, this guy's your leader, the number 6, the Christian Vargas. Won a couple races in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series last year. He's going for his first win of 2019. We'll see if he can do it here at Auto Club in the MavTV 100. Second restart coming right up here from California. We're back here at the Auto Club Speedway in the MavTV 100. We're going to have ourselves 20 laps to go to the conclusion of this event here. Only 100 miles. It's not really a long race, but for the IndyCar Series it is. One of the longest races of the year. Of course, the longest race is the Indianapolis 250. That's 250 miles. This one 100 miles and 50 points on the line for the race winner. Early on in the championship, a lot is at stake here at Auto Club, and number 6 machine, Christian Vargas, now finds himself out front with Keyshawn Richardson, Jordan Lopez, Noah Clifton, who played an excellent strategy coming down right when the caution came out. He's going to be restarting 4th. Christian Russell, Audra Baranowskis, Jeremiah Earls is 7th, but he doesn't have the car to beat everybody else. Micah Knapp, Thomas Troxel, Jonathan King, the top 10, and they're going to shuffle to try to get around Jeremiah Earls back in there. While Keyshawn Richardson goes for the lead on Christian Vargas on lap 31.
Yeah, that 12 is going to cause some problems there in the mid-pack. Might actually separate these guys, so we might get a longer green flag run, maybe even go to the end on this run if they separate enough. Because, yeah, this is where it's going to get tough.
You got yourself Jaden Scott and Davey Johnson stuck behind the 12 machine. Richard Kingard as well, and are now 4 wide here. Trying to get around the 12 machine, who was involved in that first accident, flipped upside down, and he's still racing in the number 12, and he was 7th on the restart, but he's not going to fall to the end of the field. That actually helps for them not to hit him later on. And how about Noah Clifton going for the race lead as Jordan Lopez took it away? But Christian Vargas is back to the inside, and Audra Baranowskis, his teammate, helping him there. Smith-Peterson guys trying to get around the AJ Foyt machine of Jordan Lopez, who leads lap 32 at Auto Club.
AJ Foyt team looking pretty strong here, as is the Schmidt-Peterson. You got both of those cars on their respective teams up here in the top 5. And going 3 wide here.
Great move in the middle to clear for the lead. Richardson right behind him. I believe this is Christian Russell on the inside, and hello to the 23 machine of Dan Park. First time we've talked about him all day. He's now in the top 10 in the number 23 of a shot at race victory.
Whoa, way outside there for whoever that was. I cannot make out the numbers, but
Thomas Troxel, I have to make up with the paint schemes. I really cannot read the numbers on these things today because camera angles are kind of far away. I can read them on the side panels as they're going down the back stretch. And that's about it. But you guys know the paint scheme's good enough to know who's who. And we know this is Christian Vargas leading the field once again. Christian Russell's back in there. Dan Park's here. You got Landon Lyons and Jonathan King going for 2 in a row. And he's got a good shot at it as well. He came down with everybody else. And I will say, everyone's good to go to the end of the race here. So fuel will not be an issue. So everyone here's got a shot if they can move their way to the front. But it's looking a little bit harder to pass right now. And the same couple of guys these last few laps leading here at Auto Club. Christian Russell to the inside of Christian Vargas. The Christian and Christian show. 1-2 here at Auto Club. And Russell taking it away from the 6.
Although you're saying with how strung out they are right now, I think with how long this run is going to be, we're taking 15 laps to go. These guys are going to get slowly and slowly more and more compressed. Just like we saw during that run after the first restart. And it's going to get a little crazy.
It definitely will be, but he might be able to race this thing to the end. How about Landon Lyons? I mentioned him earlier. You know, he's impressed me. I don't know where he is on the points, but he's run up front in a lot of these races, and now he is taking the lead away. But here comes Jonathan King. Jonathan King won at Phoenix last week. Really strong performance there. He's got his teammate helping him on the inside, Angel Olvera. Thomas Troxel's up here as well in the 17. You know, this is a big race to win. The Super Speedway. We only got 4 of these Super Speedways throughout the season. We also have Texas as well, but that's a much shorter race. And 3 Crown Jewel events, and there's a Crown Jewel Championship as well. So, we'll have to see how these guys do in these Crown Jewel races throughout the season. You definitely want to do good in them, because they're definitely the biggest races of the year. You want to win the big ones. And Angel Oliveira now leading in the number 26. It's Thomas Troxel, Dan Park, and I think that is Jordan Lopez and, hello, Joe Rutkowski moving his way through the field in the number 1 with Marty Johnson behind him on the inside lane. Troxel to the inside for the race lead on Angel Oliveira.
That's what he said about you want to win the big one. You want to win the big one. You don't want to be in the big one. And I think that might just happen.
This is just one of the big ones. The big one is the Indianapolis 250. But it doesn't hurt to win this one either. Probably the second biggest race. Maybe the third biggest race. The Pocono race is going to be pretty big. Probably the third biggest race of the season. So you definitely want to be the winner of this one. And Rutkowski to the inside, looking strong. He's got 1 career Napa fan win. I believe that's the only one he has. And it's at Richmond in the Turkey Hill Series from last year. He's in the middle. Dan Park is up top, and now they're really passing for the race lead. Marty Johnson's up here. And around in the roll hard. Noah Clifton. And upside down, I think it is Lopez.
Oh, my God.
And a wild ride for Christian Russell. That's who it is in the number 4. And our third yellow of the day here in the MavTV 100. It is the big one. The one you didn't want to get involved in. Noah Clifton, Angel Oliveira involved as well. Their days are going to be done. And the guy who went flipping was Christian Russell, and he's done as well. Cody Smart. That is 8 up Andretti Autosport. Big time. I guess who the race leader is. It's Joe Rutkowski who won the race back to the line. Wouldn't expect these guys to come down now. They should be good to go to the end of the race, and we're going to be within 10 laps to go for the final restart. I would assume it'd be the final restart of the race. We'd have to hope for that.
Yeah, one would hope, but my goodness, Christian Russell. That was painful to watch.
Keyshawn Richardson and the black car, Al Legacy. Haven't talked about him all day. Igor Barreto as well caused the first accident, and Jeremiah Earls is coming down. Jeremiah Earls has a shot at, getting a top 20 finish. With all these guys getting knocked out, he's still out there. He might have a shot at it. We're just going to have to see. But one thing we will see is what happened to bring out the third and what will hopefully be the final caution of the day here in the MavTV 100 Auto Club. Let's see what happened to bring out the caution with Christian Russell flying through the air. Justin Zeidel just barely misses this one. Clifton slides up into his teammate, Cody Smart, and just like the first accident, the third guy to get clipped goes flying through the air. First time it was Jeremiah Earls, this time it's Christian Russell in the number 4, and you see the barrel rolls he does in that IndyCar. Think about this mod, it's not real realistic with the damage physics. That car would be digging in the asphalt, and parts would be flying everywhere and all that. Audra Baranowskis, Mike and Knapp got caught up. Ooh, a hard hit for Al Legacy. Shot up right into that outside wall. And you see Angel Oliveira and Cody Smart back in there as well. But Noah Clifton got hit by Al Legacy. A lot of hits for Al Legacy. Igor Barreto went around. He went upside, or he just went around. Audra Baranowskis went around. But look at this. Just keeps on flipping upside down and whatnot. Pretty wild one there for the number 4 of Christian Russell.
Yeah, just the standard deal of blocking wheels coming out of the corner and just a hard hit there. You see 2 cars going airborne, especially Christian Russell. I mean, yeah, Napa fan, you were absolutely right about the physics. I mean, what is that, 25 rolls? Too many, that's for sure. Sorry about that.
If he was an egg, he could open up a Chinese restaurant. That one just came to my mind randomly. I'm sorry if that offended you, but
we're both tired, don't mind us.
Either way, Joe Rutkowski is the race leader. We'll see who got knocked down when we get back to the restart. It's going to be within 10 laps to go. Rutkowski all of a sudden in position to possibly win this thing, and we saw how difficult it is if you're not in the top 10 in those first few laps of a restart, and they're not going to have many laps on this restart. until the finish of the race. So one of these top 10 guys is probably going to get the race win. So we'll have to see who gets it done here at Auto Club. Less than 10 laps to go in the MavTV 100. We are back here at the Auto Club Speedway in the MavTV 100. Third race of the season in the 2019 Haas IndyCar Series. And I'm telling you, this season has been pretty good so far. Had a lot of excellent races, and we got another one going on here at Auto Club. A couple of weeks from now, we're going to hit Riverside for Napa, Indy, California. Keeping it in the state of California. Sunny state of California. Not too far from here, even though the track doesn't exist in real life anymore. We're still going to go there. We went there last year, and that's where Justin Seidel got his race victory in 2018. Seidel's still in this thing, running 8th with Rutkowski, Jordan Lopez, Jonathan King, last week's winner, Dan Park, Marty Johnson, Christian Vargas, Thomas Troxel, Justin Seidel, Christopher Alphaby, and 21 and Nathan Faden. The top 10, take a look at, see who got knocked down. Quite a few guys, actually. Keyshawn Richardson, Christian Russell, Al Lagasse, Cody Smart, Noah Clifton, and Angel Olvera. All out of the race. 22 guys still on the lead lap. And Jeremiah Earls, like I said, he might get a top 20 here today, even after flipping earlier on. Rutkowski holds on. Jonathan King up to second. But Jordan Lopez ain't going to let him keep it. And how about Lopez? He's another one of those veteran drivers here. You know he's good. He's going to try to get this race victory away from the one of Rutkowski. But it's going to be 6 laps to go. Coming to the line. The MavTV 100.
Gonna send a shout out to Justin Seidel here. He just barely missed that wreck earlier, and now looking to extend his point lead. He is in the top 10 right now. Might have a shot at the victory in the number 10.
He might. He's on the inside. He's got his teammate Marty Johnson right ahead of him. He might just have a shot at race victory. Chip Ganassi Racing right there, side by side for the race lead. And Jordan Lopez to the inside of Joe Rutkowski. He's got him cleared on lap 45 with 5 laps to go. You know, Lopez has been up front in this race quite a bit. We've kind of overlooked him so far. But he just might be the guy to beat here today at Auto Club. But watch out for Marty and Justin on the inside. And Jonathan King as well. They're all on that inside lane right now. All of a shot at race victory here today with 5 laps to go in the MavTV 100.
And if Lopez is able to win this, I mean, that'd be something for AJ Foyt, because their other car went flipping about 100 times for Christian Russell.
Jordan Lopez would like to avoid that and get the win for that team. That'd be pretty awesome. Of course, there's no Owners' Championship because nobody actually owns the teams here, but these guys still do have theoretical teammates, so I like to play it like that sometimes. How about Joe Rutkowski? Get a bit of a nose to the inside of Lopez, but Lopez going to hold that outside and clear him. Run that middle line, you get a pretty good run.
Richard Kinghart there too.
How about the green machine of Richard Kinghart? Like I said, his brother won on Thursday night in the IROC race. And now Richard running up front in the top 5, late in the going. 3 laps to go in the MavTV 100. And Jordan Lopez holding on to the race lead on the outside lane. But Rutkowski doing all he can to get around him. Marty's going to split him. Johnson to the middle. And Marty Johnson might be in the prime position to take the race lead, but Jordan Lopez might be able to clear 3 wide for the race lead. And Rutkowski with help from Richard Kinghart. But Marty Johnson in the middle might get the run. Somebody down on the apron. That is Jonathan King and Christian Vargas. They're coming down the pit for fuel. I thought they were going to be able to make it. They're 4 wide now. Are these guys going to have to come down right at the end of this thing? A tough break for Jonathan King, especially in Christian Vargas. They must not have packed it full of fuel. They're coming to the white flag here at Auto Club. Joe Rutkowski, Richard Kinghart, Christopher Alphaby in the 18, and Lopez has to come down. White flag in the air. Some of these guys could not make it. And at the line, a dead heat with 1 lap to go at Auto Club. Christopher Alphaby, Marty Johnson in the middle lane in the number 9, and here comes Nathan Faden as well. Seidel is here as well, but Alphaby clears for the race lead in the number 18.
Does he have enough gas?
Well, he's got to stay out now. You can't come down on this final lap. That is ludicrous if you do so. And it looks like they're all going to stay out. And it looks like Christopher Alphaby is going to get his first career Napa fan win in the MavTV 100. Alphaby gets it done at Auto Club. And guess who finished second?
I knew it! I knew it!
Justin Seidel, for the third straight race, finishes in the second position. You know, if he keeps on doing that the entire season, he'll win the championship. I can guarantee that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my! I think that's more amazing than Alpha B winning. But still, let's not take anything away from this guy. Christopher Alpha B, rookie driver, only his third career Napa Fam start. He gets it in one of the bigger races of the season. The MavTV 100 going to the number 18, Dale Coyne Racing. How about that one for the rookie of Christopher Alpha B?
Phenomenal job. Timed it just right. Got the run when he needed to, and just never looked back through 3 and 4. But I'm with you, though. The very instant I saw that blue number 10 in second, it's like, no way.
It's kind of like Bubba Wallace a couple of years ago. Kept on finishing in the 6th position in the Xfinity Series, and he drove the number 6. Very similar to that. He like finished 6th 5 times in a row or something. But we got 3 times in a row for Justin Seidel, and they all have been in the first 3 races of the season. He will most definitely remain the points leader. That's 40 more points towards the championship, as well as the bonus point for leading the lap he did, so he'll be at 124 points, I do believe, exiting Auto Club, and he'll probably have a bigger points lead heading into Riverside as well. And he won at Riverside last year, so Justin Seidel, I know he hasn't won a race this season, but I think everyone would want to be Justin Seidel at this point, because it's a strict points championship, and all those second place finishes will add up throughout the season. And just like you said, you got to get that points lead early on in the season if you want to have a shot at the championship, and that's what Justin Seidel's doing right now. Absolutely unbelievable what he's doing. But like I said, Christopher Alpha B is the main story here. First career win on Napa Fan, getting it done here today, and how about that last lap pass for him? Able to get that inside lane to work and cleared everybody to take home the race victory here at Auto Club.
Absolutely fantastic race. And another quick shout out here. Jeremiah Earl 16th after flipping.
He was able, you know why he finished 16th? Because all those guys, those 5 guys, come down the pit lane at the end. Baranowskis, Jonathan King, Christian Vargas, and Jordan Lopez.
True,
he was able to surpass all of them. 16th isn't really anything special, but considering he was upside down, I think that's a win for that team. And a big shout out to that rookie driver as well. How about those rookie drivers? They're just putting some storylines in here. Justin Seidel's not a rookie, and he's got a pretty good story. Going to be the points leader at the end of the race, I'll tell you that much. But either way, Christopher Alpha be the race winner, and how about that race? It was fun. I mean, we had 3 wrecks, but that's kind of was expected here, and made up for all the non-caution races we had so far up to this point. That was a pretty good race. Probably the best race of the weekend here at the Auto Club Speedway. And Christopher Alpha B getting the race victory in the MavTV 100.
And that was fantastic. I mean, of course, soft spot in my heart for Justin Seidel as a former driver at his team. So, hey, that's pretty cool to see. But, of course, Alpha B, great job, and congrats all around to the number 18 team.
First career Napa Fan win for Christopher Alpha B, and we're closing in on the 200th winner on Napa Fan. I don't think it's Alpha B. I think he might be like 198 or 199, but somebody's going to be the 200th winner here very soon. Very soon. I got to update that wins list. I'll let you guys know who the 200th winner is when I figure that out. But either way, figure out those points standings. They're coming up right now with Christopher Alpha be the race winner. He'll move up, and Justin Seidel will stay up front, but let's see where you are in the point standings after this race, heading into Riverside a couple weeks from now. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Christopher Alpha on his race victory, and we'll see you guys next weekend for Martinsville. Yeah, we're going to Martinsville in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and I think we're going to Armory Digital. No, we're going to Coca-Cola in the Rockstar Pro Series next weekend as well for the Coca-Cola 100K. That's a traditional race over in that series. That'll be fun. So we got some stuff coming up next weekend. My spring break weekend's coming. Spring break week, I should say, is coming up this week. I am majorly looking forward to that. I've had enough chemistry. It's frustrating. That's all I'm going to say. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Christopher Alpha, and on behalf of Andrew Miller, I will see you guys later.